Hello, everybody. Coming to you from the Florida Keys today, and I hope you can hear me okay because it's kind of breezy down here. But it's been a beautiful day. Now it's getting kind of cloudy. It might even rain, but let me tell you, this is like Tony Montana would say, this is paradise, man. This is paradise. If I come here 10 years ago, I'd be a millionaire by now. In any case, let me look at the chat here. Hello, Dylan Reynolds in the house. Caleb Jackson, Charty. Hello, Mary Callan. Don't think anyone here is in Key West. Robert probably knows what's going on there, since it's near Marathon. What's going on in Key West? I don't know. Hey, Christopher Olson, and it's Mr. CLT in the house, of course. Culture, by the way, culture, lifestyle, travel. Mr. CLT paid me a visit a couple of days ago. He brought me cookies. Illy ate. We both ate, and Brian ate some too. We ate all the cookies already, but he brought me some funky Buddha Gant IPA, among other things, and that's what we're drinking today. Uh, we're coming to you from it's a beautiful place. Let me show you actually before I open the beer. I just gotta show you this real quick. Bear with me, and I hope the internet holds up. That's the view. That's our campsite right here. But behind that fence there, that's a beach. That's our picnic table with the grill, and Ely is just a couple of inches to the left of that. And Americana, cookies. Yeah, we got cookies. Let me open my funky Buddha here, because it wouldn't be am I wet? I dunked myself in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean earlier. Cheers, everybody, and happy Friday. CLT says, glad you guys had the cookies. Yeah, had them all, man. Thank you. It's not very cold. I wonder why. Maybe our RV refrigerator. And I'm sorry if I'm a little dark. Sometimes I'm a little dark, if the sun shines in the background, but I'm here. It's just the lighting. And okay, let me read some of the comments here in the chat. And there are a few updates. I want to talk about a couple of things. Rainier Barcial from Connecticut, and Zelda, hello from Oregon. Boring, Oregon. Not that Oregon is boring. I'm sure you mean the town of Boring, Oregon. And I hope the internet is holding up okay here in Marathon. Actually, today I brought a belt and suspenders, and only the belt has been necessary. Yeah, I got me a second internet provider, because as you'll after not Matt Lachey, the place before Matt Lachey, I want to have be able to do this with good internet all the time. And I think the internet is the internet just died. According to my computer, it died. It's the Accessible Traveler. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hey, Robert, greetings from Central Florida. Stay safe, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think the internet is kind of coming on and off. Oh, man. I'll be right back. Okay, it's back. The internet is back. I hate when this happens, but I'm gonna get my plan B ready here just in case it happens again. I got me one of these guys. It's a Verizon Jetpack MiFi, because usually the case is when there's no AT&T, there's Verizon, and vice versa. So if but am I not live?
I'm leaving just in case.
Oh, okay. No, right now we're green. We're green right now. Yellow and green is good. Red is bad. Okay, Caleb Jackson. Hey, Caleb. Caleb, by the way, has a YouTube channel as well. And hey, William Irizarry. And as soon as this guy boots up, I'm gonna switch to to the Verizon mic. I mean, Verizon also has like 2 bars here, so I don't know. Josh Naidens, thank you so much for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. CLT Robert got the mic in today. It works good so far. I'm glad. I know you ordered that the 5 fine mic, and I guess you got a. So sometimes you get a dud. Question: how do you stay awake driving for long periods? Well, Cuban coffee helps. I think I have a little left in there. By the way, I might microwave a little bit before we finish. And I listen to a lot of audiobooks, podcasts, that kind of thing. This traveler, I can't stay long as I gotta go run the store. All right, man, run the store or run to the store. Maybe not run the store. And George Todd, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you for what you do. Love the Great Lakes videos. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like those. I really enjoyed that part of the trip a lot. And wait till you see what we did in Ohio with our friends, the Forest. And it's kind of windy here. Glad to see you're enjoying the weekend camping. Yeah, it's well, the internet died again. You know what? I'm gonna do the Verizon. Se fue completo. Okay, we're back. I think we're back. I don't know, big internet hiccup there. Sorry about that. Guys. I hope you guys are still here. I know it's 80 now. All right, thank a girl driver. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hi, Robert. We'll be in Key West next. Well, we're gonna try with the cell phone booster now, see if it works. How about that? Maybe I should have done that from the beginning, using this guy. With AT&T now, and Verizon did not quite work as I was anticipating. All right, one more time, girl driver. Thank you so much for that super chat. For the few of you who are still here, thank you so much for sticking around with me. Oh, 695, 295. Okay, everybody's coming back. Thank you so much. Technical difficulties, which happens on the road. What brand of Cuban coffee do you buy? Well, usually, believe it or not, whatever's on special. It's either Bustelo, Pilon. Usually those two, which are both made by Rowland Coffee, so it's like the same brand pretty much. Paula Malone, hi Robert, say hello to my son Travis watching with me tonight. Hey Travis, hello there. Yeah, it seems like we're having a much more solid connection right now, which is good. But I still can't see the chat for some reason. Hold on. Can you guys see the chat here? I can't see the chat for some reason. Okay, I think it is back. It is back. All right. Give me a second here. Bear with me a second, guys, because that that really messed me up. But we're back. All right. Bustelo all the way by CLT. All right. Dylan Reynolds, your chat is disconnection. Chat is back, I think. Chat is getting a bit oversubscribed these days, you think? No, we're good. Technical problems, William Rizarri. I think technical problems are solved, and And sometimes a cellular booster is what you really need. And rookie mistake by me by not starting with that. Um, Question: do you drink regular coffee on the road? 7-Eleven? What is it? Pilot coffee? Well, when I do, I usually do Pilot because they have a very nice dark roast, and I get a discount with my good Sam. But I'm not very picky, really. I usually drink whatever is dark roast, and whenever I can find an espresso, I'll drink an espresso. Kimberly Jones is exactly. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hi, Robert and Ely. Your Mackinac video brought back great memories of when my husband and I stayed there. Love seeing you on Telemundo last week, by the way. Thank you. It was yeah. I was on Univision once on the morning show national, and then last week I was on the, was it Thursday or Wednesday? I was on the local news here in Miami on the Telemundo affiliates. I mean on the Univision affiliates on Univision 23 WLTV. And amazing staff, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hi, Robert. Have any places that you visited and deemed nothing to write home about ever contacted you? Not really, to be honest about it. And I just said today in the video, which you were going to watch in about a month, that the beach here is nothing to write home about, which none of the beaches in the Florida Keys are really all that great, but the view, the view would be behind that fence. And let me show you, this beer is getting warm like really good. The view behind that fence, it's a $1 million view. I'm gonna post a picture on Instagram tomorrow. Hey, Skater B, thank you so much for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you, appreciate it. And yeah, CLT, it's good. It's good if you guys. I mean, I'm still probably gonna miss it if the chat goes too fast. But if you type all in caps question or comment, I know what it is all about, and it's easier for me to see it, especially with this glare here. Frank Falsam, for example, question: who do you travel with? Do you ever travel alone? P.S. Lock your doors. You had them open eating a pasty in Michigan. Yeah, usually, I mean, it's usually safer out there than what you would think if you watch the news. But I'm traveling with Ely, my wife, right now. Sometimes I have to travel by myself because she works. She has a 9 to 5. So what we did like the last time, the last few times, they say I drive to Arizona, and then she flies to Arizona, and we do the rest of the trip together. That's our MO. What has been our MO for the past couple of years since I've been a full-time YouTuber, and it is hard sometimes traveling by myself, but I've been able to put out so much good content, so many cool videos. Um, which I probably wouldn't have been able to do had I stayed in Florida. Because let's face it, if we're doing weekend trips, it's South Florida. We cannot go any further than Orlando, and she's here. Maybe she will make a cameo appearance later in the live stream. Here, David Tarkin, Robert, any Mid-Atlantic plans soon? Definitely. Actually, I was thinking most likely, and this cable is getting tangled up. Most likely on the way back, I want to like hug the whole Atlantic coast all the way from like Cape May, New Jersey, and come down through the Outer Banks. Yeah, I was hoping to do that. Scott Horn, how crowded is it now? The Keys. I don't know. I haven't been out of the state park since I arrived here, but judging by the traffic coming down, I imagine it's pretty crowded. Red chili or green chili? I'm not an expert, but I hear green chili is less spicy, and I don't like it all. I like it spicy, but not too spicy. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Um, yes, yeah, okay. So you're answering. So yeah. That's me singing the intro. All the music is mine, actually. Jules 3164, what camera equipment do you use? Well, actually I have it right here because I was filming earlier. This is my main camera right here. This is Sony FDR AX53, and it's the workhorse. It has a great zoom lens, it has great stabilization, and decent quality. It is 4K, so that's what I use for the most part. How do you like Mini 2? I like it a lot. I love the way it tows. I and the height. We're still getting used to some of the differences inside, particularly the dinette table. I had modified the dinette and made that big desk like to work. That part, we're still adapting to that and some of the storage, but I'm 80% satisfied with it for the most part. Yeah, it's a great trailer, and it feels a lot more solid in many ways, for sure. Girl driver, what key are you in? We are in Grassy Key, which is right before Marathon. Zelda, thank you so much for that super chat. Butterfly World, must see. Butterfly World, that's here in Marathon. I'll check it out. Happy Friday, Robert. Looks like you got a tan. Well, I was in the sun for a few minutes, but I just think it's the lighting here, because it's I'm kind of in the shadow here of Minitini, and I really hope that awning is like the wind was hitting it pretty hard, but it'll be good. In New Mexico, green chili comes in mild, medium, hot, and extra hot. Um, uh, well, I had one that was like really, really hot. I came out of that restaurant crying. Let me tell you. Jorge Hernandez, are you coming to Las Vegas soon? I don't know. It's not in the plans, to be honest about it. To be honest about it, I'm gonna avoid all big cities in this coming trip, at least for the first part of the trip, just because of all the restrictions and things like that. Big cities are like the last places to be like fully normal again. So, oh, my beer got warm. I used to take the Florida Keys for granted. Now it's on the other side of the country. I miss its beauty, even with the humidity. Greetings, Robert. And today, actually, Max, today is very nice because we have this ocean breeze here, and coming from the Atlantic, it's like 10-15 miles per hour winds, and sometimes they come with rain. Right now, we're being blessed with great weather. Let me see if I can tilt the computer a little bit to the right, so I can show you. Hold on. Maybe we can do. No, it's not gonna be good enough, is it? So I wanted to. You see, the wind is coming from that direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Baba Martha Henson, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. And Robert, what with the shirt? Looks interesting. My shirt? This is Dry Tortugas National Park. I got it a couple of years ago. Here, just not too far. They have the boat that goes from Key West. We're actually about a little over an hour away from Key West. It's exactly 60 miles from Key West. John Marie Gagnon, thank you so much for that super chat. Ever consider doing the Mississippi Trail, the Great River Road? Yes, the Great River Road is one of those things. I would love to do the cruise. They have a cruise, but it's actually very expensive, and it takes about almost a month. It's a cruise that goes like from the northern Minnesota all the way to the Mississippi Delta in Louisiana. But I would love to do the river road. Maybe not this year. Actually, I was looking at my travel plan, and if I make it out west quickly enough, I might do the US 50 back east, which not the whole US 50, but part of US 50, which in Nevada is called the loneliest road. Upstream, no. Uptrain man's girl. Hello from Terry and Stacy in Michigan. All right, Michigan. We still got one more video from Michigan coming out this Sunday, which really it's just me driving south from the north from Mackinac, and And I did the museum in Detroit. The Henry Ford Museum is a must if you're into that sort of thing. Have you ever been to Eureka Springs, Arkansas? And I think you would enjoy it. And that's kind of written in penciled in into the plan for about a month from now, which is really when I keep delaying and delaying it, and I've decided. I've kind of decided to stay in South Florida until July 8th, and then July 9th start heading north. Craig Simmons, so glad to be a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you so much for being a Chief Pelican Head, and welcome. Mary Callum, Ford Museum looked awesome. Yeah, the Ford Museum is one of those, and I've said it many times in my videos, I'm not like a museum kind of person. But those museums, like they show like old cars, and actually let me read this real quick. Neon Pony, thank you so much for that super chat. What is the beer today? Today we're getting some Funky Buddha Chant. What's it called? Chant IPA. It has like a Buddha there with a hop. It's very nice. And courtesy coming to us courtesy of CLT, Culture Lifestyle Travel. And let me tell you about the museums that I've enjoyed the most. If it is like just paintings, like El Prado in Madrid, it's something that I may not be so interested. Like we did the Van Gogh in Amsterdam, and yeah, it's cool. They didn't allow videos or pictures. But I like museums where I can see stuff that is 3D. Like the British Museum in London, where you see the mummies. All the stuff that they took from like Egypt and in Greece. You have pieces of the Parthenon, which then blew up. But whatever. Those are the kind of museums I like, and of course, as when it comes to science and technology, the Air and Space Museum in Washington D.C. That's absolutely one of my favorites. And this museum, the Henry Ford, you have so many artifacts there. There's not a whole lot of stuff from like space travel, but you have like a replica of the Wright brothers plane. You have the bus, the Rosa Parks bus. You have like every single model of antique car that you can imagine, and locomotives. They have like what's it called, the Allegheny locomotive. Like there was like the last great locomotive. I mean, it's awesome. Judge Nidens just watched that video where Ili was laughing hysterically at you, where you were emptying the gray water into the dump station. Oh yeah, that one got a lot of laughs. Was having a pretty bad week, and that made me laugh. So thanks, Ili. Ili says you're welcome. Mandy Lebra, fellow Cuban question. What's your favorite Cuban restaurant? I don't know. I don't really have one favorite. We usually order from Latin Cafe just because it is convenient. I haven't found a place. There used to be this place in Coral Gables. It was Azúcar, I think it was called. But they made my favorite thing is masitas de puerco, which is like fried pork chunks. And that place, I haven't found a place that does them as good as that place. Jorge Hernandez, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. And you don't have a comment, but thank you. I appreciate it. And to be honest, going back to the Cuban restaurant question, I don't know. We used to go to Casa Rancho, to the bar. I hear that they dismantled the bar in Casa Rancho, so there's no bar anymore. And actually, we went like 2 weeks before the lockdown. Because thank you, if you're here, by the way, Jose Piedra, thank you so much. He gave us a gift certificate for Casa Rancho, and we enjoyed the heck out of it. We went to the bar. I mean, we were already saying hello like this and all that. It was like kind of the beginning of the pandemic, and that was probably the last time we will ever see our beloved Casa Rancho bar. They had like the musician there, Leo and Angelito and what's his Jesus. Good times, man. Good times. It brings memories. Zelda. Thank you so much for that super chat. Sunset Grill before 7 Mile Bridge. I've been there. Yes, Sunset Grill. We've been there. That's the one with the pool. Yes, very cool place. Very great place to see the sunset. Actually, we're not very far away from it. But we've had like 2 beers already, so maybe we shouldn't be driving. So we'll see. But maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Carlos I. Thank you so much for that super chat. The Uffizi in Florence is amazing. Yeah, some of those museums in Europe are amazing. And you know, I like museums where you can see sculptures. Not paintings so much, but sculptures and artifacts. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Still, Steve Halterman. Thank you so much for that super chat. IPA greetings from Des Moines, Iowa. Cheers. Cheers, man. And I'm gonna have to get another beer because this one is like warm, like really warm. Is our fridge working? Robert, question: where are you today? Barbie and Jeff from Citrus Springs, Florida. We are in the Florida Keys, in the Middle Keys here, right before a marathon. It's a beautiful day in the Florida Keys. A beautiful day for an IPA with Ely, with you guys. What? No, we have a salamander right back there. You should see it. The fauna here is amazing. Craig Simmons, Robert, we're making a homemade royal shandy that you had in Kentucky. Oh, the royal shandy, like Paducah, in Paducah, Kentucky. We went to see the solar. I want to go back to Paducah. That place was cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we gotta go back. What's your favorite state and national park? I want to say I always say it, and it's the Grand Canyon, man, because it's the one place that you cannot photograph. It'll never look the same as with your own eyes. Stump Knocker Adventures. Casa Rancho had the best bar in the 90s. Yeah, Lino plays the accordion. Wonderful man, good friend. Yeah, Casa Rancho used to be like the in place. I remember when Alex Del Sol used to do the piano, but they used to have like the grand piano. And in later years, it was kind of like a fraction of what it used to be, but you know, it still is one of those places that we just go by osmosis. You know, we know the bartender, we know like a couple of people there, we know the musician, and it's like, you know, it's Mr. Roboto, Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, Traveling Robot. Have been to Gettysburg? Yes, I have. And last year I went right after the Hershey RV show, and that's coming in the. You know, let me tell you about my plans, real quick here. I'm gonna have to get another beer. IPA greetings from Manteca, California. Cheers, cheers. By the way, manteca in Spanish is lard. Let me tell you about my plans for the future videos. We got one more video on Michigan coming up this Sunday. Then the next Sunday is gonna be Ohio, which I got to hang out with our friends Jim and Barb up there in Sandusky and Putin Bay, and then we went down to Columbus for the meetup. Lots of fun. And then I'm thinking of doing like one long video of the whole return trip. A little bit of Pennsylvania. We're gonna have Gettysburg and West Virginia. I went to Harper's Ferry. I went to where's it that Bob lives? Leesburg. And I did a skyline drive in Shenandoah National Park, and then I went to State Park in northern Georgia, Tallulah Gorge, and then Ely joined me in Atlanta. We went to Atlanta with the family. I might do a long video like that, but it may not come out the following Sunday. I might take one Sunday off. I don't know yet. But I might have to. I might have to because I'll tell you about it in the future here. JSN March, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. Really appreciate it, and that's the thing. I'm still looking for a way to work efficiently here inside Minitini the Trader. What are your plans for the 4th? I'm probably gonna spend it in Miami. I'm gonna be back in Miami. This is the plan for the next 2 weeks. Like, starting probably midweek. We're gonna do like a Florida loop for like 2 weeks, and probably on the East Coast for the most part, and then on the Gulf Coast. And we're even looking for some property in northern Florida, and whoa, there's a fly that likes me. So that's kind of like the plan for the next couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna go back to Miami, regroup, and because I still have to learn certain things about Minitini 2, Minitini the Trailer 2, right there. Very very nice, by the way. It still has that new trailer smell, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, Manuel Camacho. Where's Manuel Camacho? Manuel Manny from California. You guys remember Manuel Camacho? Look for the Anaheim episode in which we went to Disney World, which was like the most serendipitous thing in the world. There was this gentleman that came to the meetup, and he works for Disney, and he invited us to go into Disney. Just the nobody else showed up at the meetup, so it was Manny, myself, and this gentleman and his wife, and yeah, and that was great. Highway 50, Nevada, then Quartzsite, awesome. Any dates yet? Oh, the Lost RVers. Thank you so much for that super chat. Well, the thing is, that's probably Highway 50, and I don't know if it's the right time of the year, but I'm thinking of doing it like in early fall. It might be too hot, so if not in January in the Quartzsite road trip. Are you guys gonna be in Quartzsite? I really hope so. There's so many people we're meeting in Quartzsite probably in late January. Robert Creech, thank you so much for that. My voice is going per chat. Hello, Robert. Sent you some info on the POI in the Shenandoah Valley. Look for it at your PO box. Keep up the good work. Okay, yeah, I haven't gone to. I went to the PO box on Wednesday. I haven't been there since, but I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look for it for sure. Yep. Question: have you ever encountered a tornado on the road? Actually, not. But one night we were boondocking at the fairgrounds in Tampa, and we were under tornado watch. Not tornado warning, but there was a tornado watch in the area. And we were boondocking at the fairgrounds, and there was no way to get out of there, so that was kind of scary. Okay. Caleb Jackson is not a bot. Oh man. All right, let's see. Craig Simmons, love hearing you. Robert Singh super chat. I'm glad you like Alan Chitwood. Lard is good. Yes, it is. Frank Felson request. Can you please cook some more recipes and show us? Also, please don't pan camera fast. Get dizzy. Like you mean like this? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just being a troll. I'll take that into consideration. I'm sorry about that. Angel, Brenda, Mountain Girl. Oh God. Oh good. Okay, Angel Castro, that traveling Robert. Saludos from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. I can't wait to go to Arecibo again. You need to revisit the island sometimes. Camuy Caverns are closed since Hurricane Maria, but so much more to see and do. I'm glad I went to the Camuy Caverns, and I'm glad I went to Arecibo. But the next time I go to Puerto Rico, I might go back to the far west. But I want to see the east. I want to see Vieques. I want to see the. You go inside? Can you bring me another funky Buddha? Thank you so much. You guys want to see Ili?
No.
No, she doesn't. Sorry. Marzan Worldwide, hello there. A toast to you, Robert. Thank you for everything you do. I'm looking at an older truck camper. Now, now begin my journey. Salud, salud. I'll say salud. Hey. Where's my? Illy took it. Illy took my. Oh no, it's back there. Never mind. Hello, Robert. Is a cooking blog on the way sometime soon? I don't think I'm gonna do a dedicated cooking blog. I mean, I just did some some sausages there on the grill, and I'm gonna start doing some more cooking segments. In fact, I just installed the camera right on the hood, so I'm gonna do more cooking segments, but as part of the regular videos. It looks like Flagami will have to be the start end point for my 2021 road trip. Rob Hayes, what do you mean? Are you from Flagami too? Jay Morales. Oh, I'm sorry. Robert, I have a question. Back when you were young, why does your family move to Miami and then staying in Cuba? Well, communism. We didn't like the way things were over there, and actually, in fact, we went to Spain first, but we always wanted to come here because there's more opportunity here, you know. CLT, LOL. Illy says no, and in Spanish, there's a difference. I guess there is. Oh, but well, this cable that I'm running I'm running a cable. What's next? Traveling Robert. The next Traveling Robert concert. I'm gonna do one more before the big trip. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna do it, but I might do it on July 8th, just because. William Irizarry, born in Arecibo, beautiful town by the way. William, Arecibo and Las Montañas, where they have the telescope. It's a beautiful area. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island. It's it kind of reminds me in a sense of Eastern Cuba, and the culture is very similar to the Cuban culture. So it's one of those things, you know. It's like, yeah. Thank you CLT for promoting there my merchandise page, and Illy is coming with water, 2 beers, peanuts. I mean, it's like I don't know how she can hold so many things in her hand, and I'm sure she'll make a cameo. Oh, this one is cold. Yes, all right. I'm having too much fun here. El Yunque is nice. Yeah, CLT. That's the one thing that I want to see in La Isla, and I want to see the bioluminescent bay in Vieques. I hear it's very hard to photograph, so I may not be able to show you guys on a video. But by the way, RV Weekends, thank you so much for that super sticker. All right, first fist bump. Yeah, that's what we're doing these days. We're not shaking hands anymore. Fist bumps. All right, thank you so much for that super fist bump. Coming to Dallas anytime soon. It's not on the plans. I do want to. It's like the one major city in Texas that I haven't visited, so I do want to go. And I want to say probably on the way back on the winter road trip, we might do that. You know, the trip where we're going to Quartzsite, maybe on the way back. We'll have to work Dallas into the going back trip, and we'll also visit RV Dabs in what's the name? Knox City, Texas, which is near Abilene, I think. Hi, Robert Becker. I'm Caleb. Nice to meet you. Caleb, hello. Nice to meet you. Never mind. Zelda. Okay. Goombas. Happy Pelican Head Friday. Yes, the Los Arviers. Is there a firm date yet? You mean for Quartzsite? It's probably going to be towards the end of the big tent, or maybe even after the big tent, because I want to go to the Tampa RV Show. The Tampa RV Show has been so great to me in more than one way that I want to visit there, and I don't want to rush going out west. So I'm thinking probably late January even. I want to take a US 95 and just take it slow going out west, going through the bayous in Louisiana, and maybe even go down to like Padre Island in Texas or Bolivar Peninsula, and going down to Ajo in Arizona, or maybe I go down to Ajo like after, like the Big Pipe, Oregon. Brandon Stargell, thank you so much for that super chat. Hope you have a great weekend in the Keys. We have reservations at Sunshine Key in November, but for now, settling for Black Rock Mountain State Park in Clayton, Georgia. We have great cell service. Here is not so bad actually. After I brought out the cell booster, which by the way, yeah, they it came with Mini Tini too as one of the perks. Alkense Airline enjoying wonderful Partagas Presidentes and a sip of bourbon. Oh, bourbon. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, 1 Adventure Executive Producer. Thank you so much for that. I need my breath. Super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm taking Illy to dinner tomorrow night. Maybe in Key West. Thanks for the advice earlier this week on the Pro Pride hitch system. Order today. We'll send Sean a message and tell him he owes you for that one. Oh, thank you, man. We are thinking it will be well worth it when we head cross country next month. Enjoy the weekend. And absolutely, maybe in a trailer like mine, it doesn't make like a huge difference, but it's something that is longer. Absolutely, I think and it's your safety. It's your you want the not just the destination but the journey to be a pleasant one. And if you have those crosswinds, oh, look at the salamander. Let me see. I think the salamander is smelling. I don't know if you can see it there. That's a salamander right there, and now it's not moving, but it's looking at the grill like, oh, there you go. And it's gone. It's like a big lizard, Oh, Dylan Reynolds, where's that pipe hold on, Zelda, where's that pipe organ? Love Diane Beach. Pipe organ is like southern Arizona. It's right by the town of Ajo. By the town of Ajo, Arizona. It's right by the Mexican border. Dylan Reynolds, are you going to visit RV or TV? I would love to meet him. I've never met him, but if we go to Quartzsite in January, we'll probably, it's gonna be like we're all gonna meet each other. Are you planning to go to Big Bend National Park in Texas? Yes, I am planning to go there too. Hopefully by then the Mexican border will be open and I can take that rowboat. They take in a rowboat and then they put you on top of a burro and they take you to this little town where you can have tacos and margaritas, and it's interesting. It's one of those experiences that you can only get near the Mexico border, and that's by the town of I forgot the name. It's near Big Bend National Park. Where RV staying? Thank you so much for that super chat. Have a great weekend. Wish we could stay and watch. Well, cheers to you guys. Frank Falson, a question: are you retired? What did you do? I worked very hard making videos, and people started watching, and now I'm making a living out of it, which is awesome, actually. But retired? No, I don't ever intend to retire. I don't ever intend to retire. It's like I love what I do. How do you cook those the lizards? I guess it's same as an iguana. It's just like maybe on a skewer they would taste good. I know people eat iguanas. Like in Mexico, they eat iguanas. Ili says no. Ili says no. And I've eaten gator, which is like a bigger version of it, and gator is awesome. In any case, have you been to North Carolina? I've been to North Carolina, and I'm going back to North Carolina to visit my friend Roberto Gomez in Waynesville, North Carolina, very soon. IR 1003191. Thank you so much for that super chat. Your video is awesome. Thank you so much. And plan a trip that crosses the Oklahoma Panhandle. Maybe on the way back from my winter trip, we'll do that. Caleb Jackson, where are we staying? You just call me Caleb, my friend. Traveling Robert, hello. That's from RV Weekends. Did you get my video? I emailed you of me, my wife, and my grandson singing your theme song while we were in our RV. I think I did, yes. Yes, I did. Boquillas in Big Bend, yeah, Boquillas. That's the town where you can take the burro to Mexico. Not the burro. It's like an automated kind of border crossing. It's not like it's not like El Paso or like San Isidro. You know, it's like no one there crossing the border. It's pretty cool actually. It's a really cool border crossing. I think I've never done it, but I've seen other people do it. What was his name? The one that has a school bus. Jax.
Jax.
Jax did it. Yeah.
And Lorena. And,
Paul and Lorena did
yeah,
the rowboat.
Yeah, they did it. No, they did the burro.
They did the burro.
Mhm.
We have to. I have to call them because I want to interview them for the podcast. Road trip buddy, are you coming to Chicago? Thank you for that super chat. When are you coming to Chicago? I would love to go back to Chicago. It's not in the plans as of right now, but I'm gonna get back to Chicago at some point. Just probably not this year. Maybe next year. Although I'm in this crazy mind of mine. I'm thinking of a European RV trip and an Australian RV trip, whichever of the two comes first. So, stay tuned. Leo from Houston, Texas. Hello there. Gary May. Robert's gonna retire, buy an RV, and travel the country. I'm already doing that. All right. As far north as you can get in Texas at 36 degree in latitude. Desmond Phillips. In Trinidad, we cook the iguana with curry and coconut milk. That sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll go to Trinidad one of these days. Frank Falzen, question, how did you film the RV on the bridge? Actually, we redid it today and it didn't come out as good as I was hoping for. But you know what I do? There's this one bridge in the Florida Keys that has a pull-through parking lot before and after the bridge. So and by the way, I guess because of COVID or whatever, they blocked the parking lot. So today was like a big challenge because we just parked on the side of the road. But never mind that. There was no state trooper to to tell us anything. So I fly the drone. I position it right on the bridge. Then Illy drives the truck. That's the only time she's ever driven the Colorado. The only two times she's done it. And then I'll fly the drone and try to follow the. Today it didn't come out as great. I'm gonna try to do it again on the way back to Miami, and we'll see how that comes out. But yeah, I wanted to do one with Minitini 2, of course.
Hey.
All right. Traveling Robert, Dylan, when are you going in the summer of 2021? Summer 2021, man. I have many plans, but most likely it's gonna be Alaska because that was this year and we got robbed of that dream. So next year, and the idea is on my 50th birthday next year in 2021, I will jump into the Arctic Ocean. And Illy is looking at me with an incredulous. Never mind. If you're ever in Columbus, Georgia, dinner and IPA is on me. Well, I'm thinking very soon, actually, going into that the Grand Canyon of Georgia. What's it called? Its name escapes me right now, but yeah, we're going there really soon. Tim Canarday, if you pass through Louisiana on Highway 190, stop in Eunice and have some boudin and cracklings. Boudin and cracklings. I'll check it out. Alan Chitwood, Hold on. Neon Pony, hi, Traveling Road. Friends and I are taking Nashville for the 2024 Eclipse. You should go. Is it gonna go through Nashville as well? I thought it was going further west, like it was gonna intersect like the path of the 2017 in Kentucky in near Paducah. But yeah, I'm definitely. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna watch it yet, the 2024 Eclipse, but I know I'm gonna be there for it. I'm gonna try my best to be there for it in the place with the best possible weather. So yeah. Alan Chitwood, Robert, your video "Flight to Freedom," the story of my life, is so inspirational, and I want to thank you for that journey. No, thank you for that super chat, and thank you for watching the video. And it's a, it's the true story, that. Oh, and the internet just died on me, didn't it? Girl driver, are you going to Key West? The internet is dying on me. What's going on? Oh, Alex Cruz sent me a picture of his setup. Oh, that was 46 minutes ago. Let me see if I can try to get a better signal here. I'm sorry, guys, if the signal is choppy. Scott McRae, thank you so much for that super chat. Waiting on the parks to open here in Ontario, Canada. Enjoyed your podcast this morning. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And yeah, it's it. I think the bandwidth is back. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. Robert, when is your birthday? July. Providence Canyon. Thank you very much. Going places. Well, aren't you in Zimbabwe? Going places. Providence Canyon. That's near Columbus, Georgia, and that's where one of the first places that I plan to go. Probably in mid-July. So if you wanna, if you guys, if the social distance is okay by then, we can have a meetup. And Providence Canyon, by the way, doesn't have RV camping. I just found that out. It's only tent camping. So I'm gonna camp in another state park just west of it. And last time I checked, they had vacancy. So Zelda, Robert, check out Sombrero Beach. It's a very nice beach. Yes, I've been to Sombrero Beach, and by Florida Keys standards, it's probably one of the best beaches around here. This one is not so great. I mean, I jumped in the water, and yeah, it's water. It's clear. It's salty, but it's not like no. I mean, it's the Florida Keys. Probably Sombrero Beach and probably Fort Zachary. Those two are probably the best. And actually, Bahia Honda is not bad either. Those are probably like the three decent beaches in the Florida Keys. The Florida Keys, contrary to popular belief, are not. Actually, snorkeling here is supposed to be pretty good. No, maybe in the grassy area. I'm gonna try it tomorrow. I'm gonna try tomorrow snorkeling. Thank you so much, Lucky Duck Productions moderator, and thank you CLT for promoting the podcast and the merch page. Thank you so much. The Soto State Park is awesome. Traveling Salvation. That's one of my favorite parks, and one of these days I'm gonna camp there, and I'm gonna camp at a site right on the water. They're hard to get though. Robert, did you visit Frankenmuth while in Michigan? Heard it's a great place to see. I did visit Frankenmuth. I liked it. It's of course it's touristy. It's a German town. It's actually authentically German. I went to this place that they had the fried chicken Zenders, and I went to the Christmas store. Traveling Robert, back to Sugar Sand for excellent internet. Yeah, I know. Sugar Sand, they have a like a actual Wi-Fi connection. Here I am on my AT&T data plan, which it's working fine. I think for what it is. When it works fine, but it goes up and down for some reason. Dylan Reynolds going to Tampa, Florida, probably for the Tampa Super Show in January. Travel and Salvation, DeSoto State Park. Yeah, it's actually a county park. It's Frankenmuth is cool, but some Christmas stuff there. Yeah. Karen Morris. Someone asked beforehand, does your wife not want to be on camera? For the most part, no. Hola, Robert from Oregon. Hello, and visit Ireland, please. One of these days, man. One of these days, I want to visit Ireland, and not only for the beer. Huh? Take your GoPro when snorkeling, Robert. Absolutely, I'm gonna take the GoPro tomorrow there, and I have one of those GoPro mounts that floats, which is actually very handy, just in case you drop it, you know. And Kentucky bourbon or Tennessee whiskey? Kentucky bourbon all the way. I'm sorry. And Tennessee has some good moonshine, but Kentucky bourbon all the way. Jefferson's Ocean will be one of my favorites, actually. Jules 3164. Thank you so much for that super chat from the UK. Hi, Robert, from Julie and Barry in the UK, and I also want to visit the UK. I want to go everywhere, but it's the UK. It was so rushed, and I got just a little taste of what the country has to offer. So Marisa Villafuerte, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. Adam Buser, next time you travel through Iowa, make sure to stop at Snake. Oh, I'm sorry, that beer, sometimes. Burlington, Iowa is similar to Lombard Street in San Francisco. Really? And most people think Iowa is flat, but it's not. Hello, Robert, from Henry and Marisa of Calgary. All right. And Caleb Jackson, you can just call me Caleb. Gary Wilson, Robert, question, what are your plans after you have finished with Mini Teeny 2? Will you consider going bigger? I would consider going motorized. I don't know if I would consider going much bigger. It's something. The only thing with this type of small trailer that we haven't quite figured out yet is the ability to work and eat and maybe work and eat at the same time. We need more surface. We need more surface area, and at some point we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, we need bigger tables. I'm gonna ask Adam of Winnebago because he told me that they were working on a bigger table for this Micro Minis, so maybe. Dylan Reynolds, the next time you drive through Ontario, visit Oshawa, Ontario. Is that where you live? I would love to visit. Yes, absolutely. FDR, Little White House near Columbus, Georgia. Yes, I've heard about that place. Yes. Definitely, because I've been to the one in Key West. Wasn't FDR's. Was it Roosevelt's? No, it wasn't Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR. What's the Truman's Little White House? That's the one in Key West. William in the house. It's midnight in Scotland. Where's William? I wanna go to Scotland because I wanna taste all those Highlands and Lowlands single malt Scotch. We believe. Would you recommend a trailer with a truck or an RV if someone wants to full time in either? I would say trailer on a truck for one reason. Full timing, usually if you stay longer at one place and you want a truck so you can drive around and go to groceries and do that kind of thing. Most people, when they're full timing, they don't move as quickly as I do. So that's what I think would be better in this case. And Harvest, hi from Alaska. You should come up here. The most beautiful RV parks are up here. I've been to Alaska 10 years ago, and I was gonna go this summer, but this summer, it's one of those things. So is summer 2021. If COVID is gone, we're going to Alaska for sure. Dylan, I live in Pickering, Ontario. Oshawa is just east of me. Well, maybe I'll visit both. How about that? Butler Beach, best beach in Florida. I don't know. I'm kind of partial to Destin. Oh, that awning is like really moving with the wind. Uh, hey, Red Jaguar 100 travels in the house. Hello, Red Jaguar. Thank you for being here, man. And hopefully, we'll get to see each other at some point this summer or fall, man. Have you been to any lighthouses recently? Not recently.
Just went to the lighthouse in Cuban.
Oh yes, we did. Oh my gosh. Thank God I have the better half of my brain here next to me. We went to the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse. Very nice, and very nice views from the top. It was 2 weeks ago, and it was like probably like the first good weather weekend we had in South Florida in a while, and every boat was out. It was like a parade of boats, and very nice views from the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse. And you're gonna see that video in less than a month. I guarantee it, less than a month. And well, I hope I haven't missed any super chats around here. In any case, what time is it? 7:01. We've been doing this for an hour. We're gonna do this for a little bit more, a little bit longer, just because I really like hanging out with you guys, and it's actually it's such a beautiful afternoon. Zelda, thank you so much for that super chat. Horse She Beach must. Horse She. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look that up. CLT, how you been, Red Jaguar? When are you gonna post some videos? Yeah, exactly. You got that fancy Sony FDR X3000 camera. Yeah, I have one too. The battery lasts like 10 minutes. That's an inside joke between Red Jaguar and me, but that's the truth. What's the longest stay you've had on a campground? A week. I stayed a whole week at Anaheim Harbor RV Park in Southern California. I did some work. I attended a VidCon and, toured the area a little bit. I think that's the longest I've stayed on a single campground while on the road, or ever. The whole week. Teddy and Doris Martinez, saludos from Fort Riley, Texas. Have you heard of Earth Roamer? Yes, I love those. And still watching NASA content on their website, Judge Snyder's. Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to go back to see another. I want to see the Falcon Heavy, or what's the one that they're going to send to Mars? That's the one I want to see. Red Jaguar being made busy with protesters, but they're coming. A video of my first camping last week. Yeah, you got that, man. You got that new Numar. We have to see that, man. And with the new rig, yes, Red Jaguar. You need to come to High Springs and tube the itch. Okay, let me see. Will ever be moving? Zelda is on Bayside, right after 7 Mile Bridge. His family say locals go there. Where's that? Right after 7 Mile Bridge. I'm trying to think about it. All right, let me read some more. CLT. Oh no, CLT is talking to Red Jaguar. Okay. Have you been to any nature preserves or botanical gardens from Adam Buser? Yes, I have. I've been to a few actually. Goombas, thank you so much for that super chat. Cheers to you and Illy. Yes, Illy is right across the table from me eating some peanuts. She hasn't offered any, but it's fine. Andy Barley, hey Robert, Andy here, Chief Pelican Head. How are you doing? Sold my RV, getting a new one, but not being built until late July. You know the RV industry is booming, and that's what I've heard. Now that nobody wants to fly, it's like they cannot keep them in stock. It's amazing. Um, Question: is it love bug season yet? How do you clean your vehicle? It's been love bug season, I think, for the past couple of weeks, but not where we are. Anywhere inland, it would be. But like Miami in the city, there's no love bugs, and here in the Keys, there's always that ocean breeze, so they don't come down here. But um, yeah, love bugs. They're kind of nasty in the sense that they stick to the windshield. Um, you can find on internet is to find, but no one knows about it. It's a local safe hangout. I wonder. I have to go back. Horseshoe Beach in the Keys. Look it up. Let's look it up. Horseshoe Beach. Don Kelly, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. Love your videos. If you ever come to Pittsburgh, Southern Tier 2 X IPA and Church Brew Works IPA Arrow Me. All right. Yes, probably right before the Hershey RV show this year. I'm gonna be passing by there. 3-to-1 Adventures. Random thought. Where's the proper spelling of Illy? I spell it ILI.
ILY.
A lot of people in her family spell it ILY. I spell ILI because I'm different.
I like it.
ILY. Although her name starts with ILE, so it's ILY, I guess. That would be the proper spelling. Lisa Roberts, say hello to Illy for me. Love the Keys. I've been there at the end of August. The museums are horrible at night, though. Screen rooms are best to bring. Well, we'll probably be indoors at night. Jose Sanchez, hola Robert, desde Ackworth,
Pepe.
Georgia. Pepito is in the house. You need to do a microbrewery tour here in Michigan. We have world class. Yes, definitely we have to do a microbrewery tour. Oh man, you know my head itches because I took a dunk in the beach, and I haven't rinsed with fresh water. Alan Chitwood, thank you so much, Robert and Elana. Safe travels. She's laughing because everybody misspells her name. This is totally cool. Mercy Gonsalves, thank you so much, Gonsalves, for that super chat. And Alan Chitwood also, thank you for that super chat. Cheers. What kind of beer are you enjoying today? We're enjoying. Where did it go? It's a courtesy of Mr. CLT Culture Lifestyle Travel. He passed by the house. It was a Thursday, and he left a 6-pack of this Funky Buddha Chant IPA. Very good. Funky Buddha from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Actually, it's Oakland Park these days. They started in. I think they started in Boca Raton and then they moved down to Oakland Park. Robert Hubbard, thank you so much for that super chat. Cheers, my friend from St. Simon's Island, Georgia. That's just north of Jekyll Island, and I want to go. I want to go there. Maybe this fall. Dylan Reynolds, are you still doing your morning jogs? Not as much as I used to, but I'm still doing them. Like this morning, I did about 3.5 miles. I'm not doing like the 4 miles that I used to do every morning. I've been doing like a mile and a half too. Not as much. This situation sometimes, and if you can tell, I've gained like 20 pounds since the videos you're watching on YouTube. Not 20, but 15 at least. But I'm getting back into it. You're going to Dry Tortugas, the biggest brick structure, sinks from Spain, Fort Jefferson. I've been there. I've been to Dry Tortugas. I'm not going this particular trip, but I want to go back at some point and actually overnight at Dry Tortugas. I hear that like the night skies are incredible. Dan Edmondson, thank you so much for that super chat. Hey Robert, thanks for showing us so many things to do in the Keys. We're big fans. Thank you so much, Dave. And yeah, there's so much to see everywhere in the country. I mean, it's not just the Keys, it's not just the West, and that's what I'm trying to do in the first part of this upcoming trip. I wanna see a little more of the Midwest, a little more of Kansas, a little more of Iowa, a little more of Minnesota, and it's a beautiful country out there. Um, Adam Buser, New Jersey has some of the wonderful botanical gardens in the state. Does your state have any botanical gardens? We have a few. We have that. We went to that Morikami Gardens in it's like a Japanese botanical garden, very beautiful. It's in Delray Beach, and yeah, there are a few. There are a few for sure. Have you ever visited historic German town of Fredericksburg, Texas? Very scenic hills, rivers. Tourists also come to visit Enchanted Rock, which is a large granite mountain north of Fredericksburg. I've been in the area, I've driven through, but I didn't quite stop in Fredericksburg, which is an error that I intend to correct soon. Kendra S. Hola desde Ohio. All right, my esposo José y yo nos encantan sus videos. What's the best national park you have visited? My best place would be the Grand Canyon, but as a whole. If you want to see a national park with the greatest variety of landscapes, go to Death Valley, which is kind of under the radar, and I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did when I went there. But you have like regular desert, but you have then sand dunes, you have mountains, you have salt flats, you have this thing called the playa, which in Spanish is beach, but it's not a beach. It's the flattest natural formation on Earth, and it's the racetrack playa. It's 1 inch higher at one end than the other. It's like the flattest thing, and it's nature. It's not like man-made. For variety, I would go to Death Valley. For breathtaking views, either Yosemite or Zion or one of these places. But yeah, you see, I don't have one favorite. It's many. Josh Niders, if you go to Kansas, gotta stop at Kansas City and get some barbecue. Absolutely, Fiorella's Jack Stack is my choice, but it's in Kansas City, like on the Missouri side. But yeah, Jim, hey Jim Forey, our friends the Foreys from Ohio, just home for a few minutes. Are you at the new private secret spot you and I found out back in February? Not quite, not quite. We're down in Marathon, but at some point we're gonna go to that secret spot. Just not on this trip. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a couple more, and then I think we're gonna take a break, and maybe walk around the campground. Maybe take a swim at the beach at sunset. Sounds very romantic, and we'll see. This traveler, oh dang, you're still on. Yeah, I'm still on, man. And the internet, it was really bad for a couple of minutes there, but we figured it out, man. Kings Canyon in California. I'm going there at some point. Robert, the RV park you're in, is it sold out? If you had a chance to evaluate the turnout in Key West today, I mean, judging by the traffic coming down on US 1, the Keys are full. And this particular park, it had a sold out sign at the entrance. I think they're doing some kind of social distancing thing because I didn't see every single site occupied. But I don't know. Kansas City is on both sides of the state line. It's actually a pretty good sized city, yes. And I really want to go there. I know that was it TWA Airlines that was their hub, because it was like the spot in the middle of the country. Back in the day when they couldn't fly the transcontinental flights, they would have to land there, refuel, and keep going. And Kat Pavel, do you miss Cuba? Not anymore. Melissa Alonso, hi Robert, from Melissa and Danny in Hialeah. Oh, Hialeah, la ciudad que progresa. Can't wait to see you back on the road. We're taking a day trip to the lesson. Monday. Have you been to North Dakota? Caleb Jackson, that's the one state I'm missing, man. And Zelda, take care. Send me a message on my YouTube channel telling me how much you love Horseshoe Beach. I will. We might check it out tomorrow. On a scale of 1 to awesome, how awesome is hiking in Yosemite? It's 9.9. Yeah, it's awesome. Zion might have been a little more, let's say, vertigo inducing, but yeah. Yosemite is one of those places. All right, everybody. I'm going to start wrapping this up. I forgot to bring my guitar. The mosquitoes are starting to come out, and Ellie's getting sleepy. And we're gonna enjoy the rest of our Friday here. And tomorrow we have the whole day here. We're gonna, probably I might take the banana boat on the water and do a little kayaking and that kind of thing. Hey, Tap Channel, hello there from Schaumburg, Illinois. Next week we'll be in Destin, Florida. Oh man, you're gonna miss me by about a month. Destin is a great place. Manuel Camacho, hello, bye Manuel. It's I always remember meeting you by chance there at the brewery in Anaheim, and then going to Disney. That's one of those surreal things that only happen once in a blue moon. Mary Callan, that's because you didn't get half dome permits. Half dome. I have to do at some point. This forever. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hi Robert. There in October, recommend best attraction in the Keys. In October, it's a good time in the Keys because it's like the shoulder season. You won't get as many Miami people, but you won't get as many snowbirds either. So it's a good time. I don't really know attractions during that time of the year. Lobster Fest is in August. All right, everybody. You're also missing Hawaii. Yes, Caleb, I'm also missing Hawaii, but I'm kind of only counting the lower 48 for now. And Hawaii is going to be one of those that is kind of like off of the main list. William Rizade, bye Robert Ely and all you Pelican heads. Have a great weekend. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and thank you to the moderators, to CLT, to Red Jaguar, to Lucky Dog Productions moderator, and to this traveler for moderating the podcast, the live the chats. Maybe I've had too many beers. Thank you, Jim. Now I'm one of those snowbirds. Well, I hope to see you here this coming winter, Jim. And that's it. I'm gonna sing it a cappella for you guys. I'm riding in Mini Teeny 2 in the Florida Keys. I come to you. All right. Thank you for watching. See you on the road. And next week, where are we gonna be next week? Somewhere else in Florida. Another beach in Florida, actually. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and keep on traveling.